Hello, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz, and here's little Minnie in her box band. Today we're doing You Build Glutes. Lots of glute work. We will be in a side lying position to start with, as well as on all fours, using our arms to support us, and finally on our tummies. 5 exercises per side, 10 seconds of rest and 50 seconds of work once again. So 10-minute total glute workout. This is the beginner modification without any equipment. If you want to increase the intensity, definitely put on some ankle weights. You may also be able to use a light weight behind the knee for some of the exercises, or a resistance loop just above the knees. We're going to get started in a side lying position. So I want you to always make sure your tummy's pulled in, you're pushing away from the floor. You've got a nice gap between your ear and your shoulders. You've got your knees at about 45 degrees. We're going to keep the bottom leg down. We're going to tap our heel to heel with a flexed foot and our knee as far up to the ceiling as possible. And then we're going to shoot it behind diagonal and push. So kneecap is going to be more towards the front. So it's going to be a tap and a push. And our upper body is going to be going slightly back, slightly forward, okay? That's the first exercise, and I'll cue you the next exercises in the 10-second break. Are you ready? Come into position, knee as far up as possible. So you're tapping and you're pushing behind. Tap and push. So you really want to rotate through the knee and try and get your knee down and your heel up as you're extending that leg diagonal back. Tap and push back. Remember to keep your tummies in. Use your core to help you move through space. So don't just slouch and fall into that. I really want you to control your upper body down and up as that leg is going back and in, back and in. Try and get it up high and really squeeze and stretch. Squeeze and stretch. Tummies are in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now we're going to straighten our legs and once again turn our hips slightly down. We're going to come up, shoot to the front, up, tap down. Up, shoot to the front, up, tap behind. So you're coming in line and then you're coming up and tapping behind. Up, shoot to the front, up, tap down. So it's really important that you're angling your hip down. Otherwise, it's just going to be an outer thigh exercise. Up and down. Really make sure that you're not slouching in the shoulder. Your upper body is moving a little bit here. It's up, shoot to the front, up and down. So you're gaining a little bit of momentum with this sweeping action. But I really want you to focus mainly on this squeeze. Squeezing from the underside of the glute. Shoot to the front, up and down. Last one. Nice job. Coming into either an all fours position or you can be down here. We're going to come with a pointed toe. We're going to shoot the leg out diagonal, tap in, and then twist the hip. So it's diagonal front, twist and up. Diagonal front if you want to be on all fours, like this. Diagonal front, rotate through the hip and back. It's front, lots of angle changes today because that's going to make sure we get every part of that glute firing. Rotate back. So it's inverted knee and then externally rotate. Out to the front, out to the back. Front and back, push out of your shoulders. Deep breaths and back and finish it front. Nice job. Now again, if you want to be down here you can, otherwise stay up here. We're going to keep our leg up, we're going to turn it out and we're going to do a flick to the corner, flick behind, flick to the corner, flick behind. Now once you see it, look down at the mat, your hip is turned out and you're keeping your leg high. Flick 45 and then directly behind. If you're down here, then you're just going to have to get your leg up higher to still feel that burn. And back, corner and back. Keep that leg up. Keep that hip turned out. Squeeze the glute. Don't slouch in your shoulders. Nice long neck, 10 seconds. And back, side and back. And then we're lying on our tummies in 3, 2, and 1. Lie on your tummies. Your knees are bent up. Push out of your shoulders. And we're going to come out like a rainbow and back in. Look down at the mat. So your knee is coming up and out, up and in. Up and out, up and in. Now engage your other glute as well and slightly poke your your toe up to the ceiling. So your back glute is also engaging. You're slightly lifting your back thigh off the mat, holding it steady as you're moving your front thigh up and down. Up and down. The movement is initiated from the glutes. So make sure you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on. We're on the other side after this, in that side lying position. Just 10 more seconds. This is short and sharp, people. Across and in, and last time, out and in. Switching all of that. So 45 degrees with the legs. You're flexing your foot. Push out of your obliques. You're tapping down and diagonal back. Down and diagonal back. So your body is moving forward and in line. Forward and in line. But you're really focusing all of your attention on this glute as you stretch that leg and push. Down and push. So notice here my hips are turning down as I push behind, and then they're coming back in line. Push. Get that leg up high. The higher and the more you squeeze, the more you're going to feel it. Make sure there's a gap between your ear and your shoulder. Don't slouch. And tummies are in. Tap and push. Nice job. So we're going to stay here. We're going to angle that hip down. We're going to sweep to the front, lift and tap, lift and sweep. Up and tap, up and sweep. So really make sure your hip is angling forward and down here. Up and tap, up and sweep. This bottom leg can either be bent, or if you want both to be straight, that's fine too. You're tapping behind your hip line. It's really important. And you're slightly angling your chest to the floor. And down, forward, and down. Really lengthen through that leg. You should feel your obliques here as well. Bit of a bonus. Nice job. So now you've got your options of either being up here or down here. We're going to internally rotate our knee. We're going to push out, tap, open the hip and push back. Down and out, down, rotate, back. Once you see it, look at your mat and just think rotate through the hips and really squeeze that glute as you extend up. Extend out, rotate, extend up. Out and up. Try and get it up really high. Internal and external rotations to hit different parts of that glute. Out and tap. And if I ever go too fast, then just slow it down. I just want you to feel it, so sometimes slow is harder. It's out, rotate, nice job. So once again, you can be down here for the next one or stay up here with me. We're going to keep the leg turned out and we're going to go 45 and behind. Squeeze and squeeze. It's like a bend press. Press and slightly lift. Press and slightly lift. And if you're down here like before, you really need to get it up higher. Up and squeeze. It's a stretch at the same time as a strengthen. Stretch sculpting, all right? More bang for your buck. And back, side and back, keeping that hip rotated forward the entire time. So we're on our bellies next. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the last exercise, people, so come down. Head is looking down, bend your legs up, they're slightly parted. Both glutes are engaged, both thighs are slightly lifted, it's out and in. Rainbow, out and in. Up and out, up and in. Up and out, up and in. So really try to keep both thighs slightly off the mat. Squeeze those glutes, make fists out of the glutes. Hold that back leg static. And it's out, up and in. Up and out, up and in. Hold your belly in. Make sure your neck is nice and long. Don't crane your neck to keep looking at me. Up and out, up and in. Just 10 more seconds of this. Come on, you can do it. Finish strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. If that was your only workout today, make sure you stretch. Maybe you want to add on one of the other You Build workouts, or go through this again. Maybe add some ankle weights this time, or a resistance loop, or a light weight behind the knee. See how it changes it up. You are stronger than you think. If you think you can only do the beginner level, maybe you're wrong. Maybe just try a few exercises with added equipment, or maybe go a little bit faster, or try elevating. If you do the whole thing on an elevation, you've got a larger range of motion. Build your own workout and make it challenging. That's how you get results. Thanks for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.